you want more wine?
There's no more wine.
There's no more wine?
There's whiskey. There's red wine now.
No.
No.
I'm a white wine kind of girl. Yeah, I didn't know we were actually recording this.
I told you.
Wait,
No,
you
you
don't
said
watch us
for
on
a
YouTube
picture.
as well?
No. I mean, you said that you've kind of recorded
Yeah.
it, but I didn't know it was a thing. He just said to not come too sloppy for the picture. So I was like, okay.
Well,
He's like, generally don't come
But
to
now I'm like, I could have washed my hair, I could have put on lipstick, I could have done all.
I could have shaved, I didn't.
coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Why does that go into your headphone?
Because otherwise we can't connect to 2 pairs of headphones. 3 pairs of headphones.
Can I put this on now?
Yes.
Actually, we
Put this on now.
probably kind of look quite gangster.
Bum,
with
bum,
them
bum.
anyway.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dum, 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 dum.
Ooh.
All right.
Did you pour the whiskey?
Yes.
Ooh.
So.
Everyone grab their whiskey.
I'm getting quite warm now.
Good.
Okay, so I can use this.
Check 1, 2.
Can I use the slate as my
That's exactly what the slate's for. What do you think
Yes.
it's for?
you
It's not
guys
for
are
sinking.
So cool.
Yes.
It's not for what?
Not for sinking.
Sinking?
The sound
Sinking stuff up.
and the
Like
picture.
NSYNC. All right. You guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ah, it's a crime. Okay, let me.
You just enjoyed that too much.
I've had a long day, so let me resort. Lights still off, by the way. Ah, that needs to be on. We
talk
always
into
get away
this
with it. We don't kill people.
or into this?
Correct.
No. And boom.
And again?
Boom.
And not the other way around?
Boom. Boom. Boom.
Lovely.
I can work
Yeah?
All right. So everyone, get your quotes ready.
I don't have my. Can you give me my bag?
with that. What? What, did you write it down on like a piece of paper or
Yes,
something?
I did.
It's a novel. It's an entire novel on crime.
No! Guys. There you go.
Why didn't you just have it on your phone like a normal person?
Because I'm not normal.
That's fine.
Well,
Here you
Alright,
go.
give me
I'm
the
a
crocodile
bot,
handbag.
don't forget. Okay.
Is it actually crocodile skin?
It's 10 euros from Notre Dame, so I doubt it.
not that many crocodiles in my curtain, eh?
No,
Oh well.
not in the last 10 years.
Okay.
Ready? Heist idea.
3, 2, 1. No reason to get excited, the thief he kindly spoke. But there are many here among us that feel that life is but a joke.
The criminal is the creative artist, the detective only the critic. From Chesterton, The Blue Cross, a Father Brown mystery.
Every rascal is not a thief, but every thief is a rascal.
Ooh, cheeky, and thus welcome to How Do I Rob This, the podcast where we plan the perfect heist. I might add, my quote is from All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix. It's fine, well, we'll get into
Where's
that.
your quote from?
Nitty-gritty.
Aristotle.
Oh, that does
Yeah, shall we maybe, though, introduce ourselves
first.
This is How Do I Rob This. We plan the perfect heist. With me, as always, is the fastest man in town, the...
Oscar Brown.
Oh, and how beautifully that rhymes. My name, as always, is Sebastian Weisbach. I'm the slowest man on the podcast. And we have the queen of crime and friend of the podcast and friend of the podcasters on our podcast tonight. And that is...
Judith Shoemaker.
Welcome.
Actor, producer, thief, I might say.
Of course.
Well, not yet, but, well...
No, I
evening
have been.
hasn't. Ooh, exciting. All right, so...
Join us on our other podcast where we confess to true crimes.
Well, it's not a podcast. We confess to two police officers, but anyway, they recorded. So I guess it counts. This podcast is How to Rob This. We have 3 rules on the podcast. Number 1, we do not kill people. Number 2, we always get away with it. And number 3, we only steal from people that deserve to be stolen from. this time it was my turn to come up with a topic. And as always, I kind of want to go into trivia a bit. Let's really go into it from a very far-fetched point. Are you guys into headwear?
Like hats,
Yes.
feather boas.
Yes, any of that.
One of those, yes.
Wigs. Wigs.
You can also speak into that microphone. Just you have to speak into the microphone. Yeah, wigs. No, it's fine. We heard you now. It's just for future reference.
So wigs, yes, are the wigs?
Yes.
Can we go with the wigs?
You have to kind of look at the microphone. Anyway, we probably should have talked about that before. So wigs, yes, any kind of wigs. But I feel like today we should be stealing something a bit more extravagant than a wig. And a bit more extravagant.
Crowns.
Crown.
Than a hat. Ooh, you guys are
Yes.
spot on. So
There's only one crown worth stealing, though, is there?
Which one?
oh my God, do you already know? Have you heard of... Oh, how are my notes?
Well, you must mean the Queen's crown.
No.
Not?
There's another crown worth stealing, my
I
friend.
really wanted to steal the Queen's crown.
So I can tip you off. This crown, it's a historical one. It's an important one. It was mentioned by 3 guys. I'm not going to give you their last names.
The Queen's crown.
No, because that might tip you off. It's not the Queen's crown. So they were Mark and a guy named John. And then there was some Matthew.
Ringo, Paul.
Really, really close. So have you heard of the 80s pop phenomenon Rockmaster Scott and the Dynamic 3?
What?
No.
Rockmaster Scott and the Dynamic 3.
Nope.
Nope.
All right. So, but I can assure you, you can tell me exactly where we are going if I quote one of their songs.
Go ahead.
The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire.
The Bloodhound Gang?
Well, they actually use that in one of their songs as well.
So we're going to a roof.
Yes, a roof that was recently on fire,
Notre Dame.
which houses one of the world's most prized relics, the crown of thorns.
Was it Louis the 14th?
Yes. No, he acquired it, or some Louis in history acquired. The crown of thorns was worn by, oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Yes, worn by Jesus Christ, the man himself.
That one.
The big J. The J-Dog.
OMG.
So people sometimes...
Is there a certificate of authenticity?
No, there's not.
So how do we know it's the right one?
Well, we have to get our hands on it first.
I mean, what
I
is
would
it?
say.
Is it just a bunch of thorns or is it actually metal?
It is a bunch of thorns, but it is encased in gold and jewels.
How do they do that?
Oh, they encase the thing. It's just like it's like a
Like you've got like a big pot of molten gold and then you dip the thorns inside?
no. There's it's kind of like a halo tube,
And the thorns are in
placed
there.
inside. Yes. So you could legitimately wear it as a crown without actually hurting your head,
Okay.
which I feel the thorns would do, even though they are old thorns.
Yes. Is it still pointy though?
It does look to be still pointy inside.
Okay.
So the thing is, it survived the fire in Notre Dame. It is currently nearby in the Hotel de Ville, while Notre Dame is being restored, and I believe that might be the perfect opportunity to steal it. What do you guys say?
Well, I think we should steal it when it moves back to the Notre Dame, I'd say. Well, mind you, I'm already asking myself a question. What was stolen when Notre Dame burned down? Because it seems like a very good distraction to steal something.
Absolutely, which I think is added difficulty, because we can't use a fire in Notre Dame any longer to steal the crown of thorns, which, like,
Right.
obviously would be the go-to solution.
How do we know that they didn't do the old switcheroo and we'd just be stealing back the one that was already stolen?
Well, A, we would still have to get it first. B, even if it had been replaced, I feel like a replacement would still be as authentic as the quote-unquote original crown of thorns.
Okay.
So I believe even if it isn't the real deal, which I actually highly doubt, it's still worth a fair amount of money to the Catholic Church.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I mean, I'll steal anything.
And we get to go to Paris, so... All right.
Yeah. Can
So-
you tell us a little bit more about this crown, the history, the background?
I was actually going to go for a different heist today, so I can't
really?
get
Okay,
into too
that's
much
fine.
detail. But it came to Paris, to France, I believe, in the 13th century,
Yes.
somewhere thereabouts. I'd have to check up on that. Early depictions of Christ show him without the crown of thorns. It was only later that the crown of thorns was added, and it is mentioned in 3 Gospels, the ones by Matthew, Mark, and John.
Right.
There's a 4th Gospel it's not mentioned in. So, like, once again, it's a bit contentious, and I feel like it's the same situation with the cross of Christ, because there's splinters of the cross going all around the world, and like every church claims to have one.
Well, it's a pretty big cross.
Yes,
Yeah.
but there can only be one crown of thorns, and
Yes.
people believe the one in Notre Dame to be the real deal, probably because Notre Dame is it's an impressive cathedral, so people would presume, if it's anywhere, it would be there.
And we know it's been moved to the Hotel de Ville.
Yes, following the fire, there was a priest who actually saved it from the fire.
What, he ran over there and was like, give me your best room. Well, would you like it for, sir?
I
And he was
think
like, well, for the crown.
Hotel de Ville, I think, is the mayor's house.
Oh, it's not an actual hotel.
Ooh, good information there.
I'm pretty sure. Let's look that up. But
Yeah. Yeah, okay, well, that's as far as I can get you in, but maybe we can, before we go on the first research break, should we sell it back to the Catholic Church? Should we just keep it as extravagant evening wear?
And what, have it sitting around at someone's house on top of like a papier-mâché head?
yeah, no,
Okay, so we sell it.
Yeah.
Catholic
We sell it.
Church?
has a lot of money.
Satanic Church?
Ooh, I don't know. Highest
Nah.
bidder, really.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But I think the Catholic Church might, unless they've got like 40 of these things, hanging around already because, people keep stealing the bloody thing.
But also, if people just want to have it back in Notre Dame, they've already donated 675 million to rebuild the roof.
675 million.
Yeah.
Well,
That was one of the last numbers I could find. It's probably a bit more now.
but I think the church as a symbol is worth more than the crown. So, like, they're not going to spend half that money on the crown again. But I didn't know it was there.
I didn't until the fire either. But apparently it is on display one Friday every month and every Friday during Lent.
What do they do with the rest of it?
They just keep it in their store.
They run around in the eaves of Notre Dame wearing just the crown and a big old torch, running around going like, look at me, I'm on fire. Yeah. No one died, so it's not inappropriate.
Yes, fair enough.
No, that's
Yeah,
fine.
we don't kill
Yeah,
people.
it just wasn't funny.
But let's say that fire was part of the heist
Okay.
to get the crown out of Notre Dame.
It would be pretty
Because,
good.
at this point, it
That's so
might as
cool,
well
yeah.
be.
Yeah. In fact, it might be the perfect heist. Like, they've already solved it.
But the crown's still somewhere in Paris for the
Yeah,
moment.
that's true.
So we
That's
just
true.
need to acquire
Okay,
it.
so we'll assume it's the real one.
Yes.
Okay. And it's at Hotel de Ville.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Okay, then let's
booking.com, here I come.
get on our
One
first
night Hotel de Ville.
research break for the Heistback of Notre Dame.
That was okay. Heistback of Notre Dame.
Thank you.
I got it. Like the Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Yeah, I did get it.
Okay.
I just don't always laugh at this joke.
What did you do?
Nothing.
You did something.
Not yet. Sit with us.
I'm busy. What's the Pogo School? I don't know this.
How do I roll this? How do I roll this?
And Judith Shoemaker. Not possible.
I can hear the birds.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah. It's also a bit noisy.
It just sounds like it's like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Bastards. They couldn't find you on Instagram, so. What are you laughing about?
You just followed Judith on the toilet.
What? Yes.
Yeah, I just because I was about to turn off my phone and then
Yeah.
it popped up and I was like, he lit on toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't stop working. I need you to tag. You see.
Is that weird? Why is that weird? It's a very Amazon approach to things.
That wasn't me.
That's me. Yeah.
It's you again.
Okay.
Still in the toilet.
Please put your headphones back on.
No. I'm embarrassed now. Don't read my notes.
I'm not.
Oh my god.
If I can read that.
I'm not in the podcast anymore. I'm just going to sit here by myself and not say anything.
Out.
Great, can I take your microphone?
No.
Okay, we are back in 3, 2, 1.
And welcome back from our research break, or as people in Paris say, bienvenue aujourd'hui, encore une fois, après la pause du recherche.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but stop that.
Can you French?
Yeah, I can speak French.
Can you say that better?
No, it was quite good actually.
Oh, okay.
I very much doubt that.
Imagine someone speaking like this all day, like I just don't think it could get anywhere.
Subtitles say vaguely French-sounding words. Speaking
Okay.
of vaguely French-sounding words like Hotel de Ville,
Yes.
what have we got?
Yeah, what did I say? It's the town hall. It's not a hotel.
It is.
Oh, because I totally wrote down Hotel de Ville that it's not there, but I wrote down it's actually at Paris City Hall.
Yes.
But it's the same thing.
It
Yeah.
is the town hall. Yeah. Good, you
It's
got
like
that.
these French have a word for everything.
Hotel of the city.
Yeah. Well, does hotel mean hall? Is that a thing?
No, hotel also means hotel.
Yeah, I know, but does it originally mean hall? Is hotel just our way of saying hall by using a word that's imported from French?
Yeah,
What about like a hall in the house? I mean, I've had people sleep there, but I mean, it's a far cry from a hotel.
True. What about a mead hall? Well, you know. Have you... Because I was getting into who's mayor in France, of Paris. Who's the current mayor of Paris at the moment?
Anne Hidalgo.
Yes, who conveniently...
Hidalgo?
Hidalgo. She's got the name of a horse.
That's the best name ever for a horse and a person.
We'll have to get Viggo Mortensen in
Yes.
on this heist.
That's amazing. He'd also be my first pick to play Jesus.
Yes. Very topical
great
reference
Jesus.
for movie fans of the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I know he was in the Green Book. Never
Oh,
mind.
yeah.
Oscar winning feature, the Green Book.
Yeah.
Anne Hidalgo. He's Spanish.
And he's the mayor of Paris?
She.
She, excuse
First
me.
female mayor
Wow.
of Paris.
Spanish descent.
Yes, so maybe we can sort of, I don't know.
Ask her in Spanish for the crown?
No, but like...
Donde estas crown?
No, gracias. Yo soy alérgico a las crustáceos. But maybe get into conflict between Spain and France over who should have the crown.
Make it a
Because,
thing.
yes, Spain also famously Catholic,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, yes.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So that could potentially be a way in. Also, have you guys seen the place where the crown currently is?
No.
No, I could you mean the actual room?
You didn't-
Yes, it's
you
just.
find
Just
it?
let me find the tab. But it's just in storage. Like it's not in a fancy room yet, or it doesn't seem to be.
They are going to move it to the...
Louvre.
Yes.
Yes.
Are they?
Yes.
Yeah. So where we'll be kept
Which might be a good
safe.
place to, display it, but also a good time to get it.
Yes, while it's on the move again.
I think the Hotel de Ville will be easier than
You
the
think
Louvre
so?
or on the
Like
way.
the broom closet at the Hotel de Ville that they have it in the moment.
Yeah, it's a public space. Basically, you can go in.
You can
there.
just go in?
Yeah, of course.
It's free.
It's a town hall.
But it's even free. Like there's
And
no
I
need
love
to...
cost-saving techniques,
Yes.
and because going to the Louvre is quite expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Have you been?
No.
Ah.
Oh, you had to pay to
Was
get
it
in.
too expensive?
I did
Oh,
take
so
nice pictures outside.
This is where it is currently.
Oh, wow.
Like it's literally just storage. It's just this is for our YouTube viewers. It's just in a white room.
Yeah, I mean, describe
moment.
what you're looking at there for me. It's a white room. It looks like, I
sorry.
would say it's in
a
like
church
a
gallery.
cellar below, like because
Yeah,
you've got the lights
looks like-
on street level.
Yeah, and all the relics are stored there.
All of them.
So we could maybe also pick up like a nice chandelier or what else is in there? Like
Some
the robe
candles.
of Saint Louis. Candles of an urn of some kind.
Mind you, I still got enough candles from that IKEA heist.
Oh yeah, well, but I mean, you can never have enough candles.
No, that's
can you?
true. These ones might be worth a bit more.
True.
But it'll be like going to IKEA. Like you go for one thing and you end up buying everything
Oh
else.
yeah, yeah, and then your house will be full of Catholic relics.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay, so but yeah, it's just in storage at the moment. Like nothing too fancy, nothing too elaborate. And let's say it is in the cellar because it does very much look like it.
And how long do they think they're going to keep it there?
Until they move it to Louvre, which
Yeah, but there was no
it
sort of no
didn't say
indication.
no.
It has been a bit sort of, a topsy-turvy time. That's for anyone who's, watched The Hunchback of Notre Dame, the Disney movie. But that might only be me. Topsy-turvy? The song from Hunchback of Notre Dame?
No, I'm Disney's Robin Hood all the way.
Yeah, I
No?
don't know.
All right.
Too long ago, sorry.
The reference is hilarious.
Yes, thank you. I'm sure it is, and I'm sure some of our listeners can remind us about how hilarious it actually is. Okay, so we'll take it from the Hotel de Ville then.
I think so.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's 21 centimeters in diameter.
Yeah, that's cool.
What?
Yeah.
Sounds like a very, very small crown.
People were small back then.
Yeah. And it goes on his head, not around his head. Where are you going? He's getting a measuring stick. For reference,
Yes, so it would
he
be...
picked it up from next to his bed, and it's only got the first... Yes.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, that is fairly big, actually.
Okay.
My mistake. Yeah.
Yeah?
If it's 21 centimeters in diameter, yeah, it could totally
Okay.
fit it over your head.
It'll fit. Okay. So,
Yeah, but we're not going to wear it when we walk out of the Hotel de Ville, no?
do you know how it got
Could
to
we get
France?
a sombrero and cover up the crown of thorns?
That would be
with it?
amazing.
Yeah.
And just politically incorrect in so many ways. But that's how it arrived in Paris, actually.
Under a sombrero.
No, this was before sombreros were discovered. It was bought because it was pawned by the king of Constantinople because he ran out of money. And so then it was bought by a Venetian
Yes.
and a Venetian bank, and then it was bought by one of the kings of France. I've forgotten which
Louis
one.
the
Louis
Ninth.
Thank you. And then he walked it from Paris into wherever he kept it
Yes.
by just wearing a very simple shroud and just the crown.
Very humble man.
Beautiful.
It seems like a nice moment. I'm just imagining sort of the dirty streets of Paris and everyone sort of squandering, lying around. And I mean, that's now. Imagine what it was like then.
Fair point. Also, the Emperor of Constantinople at that point in time was a man named Baldwin the Broke.
Baldwin the Broke.
Yes.
wow.
That's amazing.
Yes.
We've had Baldwins on the
Yes,
show
potentially
before.
related to Adam and Haley
I'm sure
Baldwin.
all the Baldwins are related. They're all one
but
clan.
no longer broke.
No.
So good on that family for turning it around in like a meager few centuries.
Yes. I was thinking about selling the crown.
Yes.
Now, I'm wondering whether it's actually worth selling it because, you sell it once.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it's worth. So I was doing a little bit of research on relics and how relics work in Catholic faith.
Did you read up on the 12 foreskins of Jesus as well?
No, but please quickly just take a little sidestep
In
into
the
12
Middle
foreskins of
Ages.
Jesus.
12 separate churches claimed to own the one true foreskin of Jesus Christ.
And did they all claim to own the whole thing?
I don't know. You can wear it as a ring.
Ooh.
It makes you invisible.
Oh.
It makes you invisible?
Of course it does.
That's amazing. I want one.
It's a strange fate we shall suffer so much for a foreskin that is so small.
So relics.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, there's 3 types of relics according to Catholic faith. There's the foreskins and then there's the rest of them. No, there's first class relics, which are bits of or parts of the body of a saint,
Yes.
or in this case, which is the crown of thorns, which counts on something that has the blood of Jesus on it.
Oh.
So that's why like the cross
Yes.
and like the shroud, those are all considered first class relics. Then there are second class relics, which are objects that have been known to be used by a saint. Then, and this
Okay,
is
so
where it gets interesting.
Jesus' blender.
Exactly, his
Yeah.
blender, his smartphone, that sort of thing. His foreskin, which is, both a
barely
second-class
used.
relic and a
Remember, he
first-class
was the king of the
Yeah.
Jews, so only used for a couple of years.
That's true.
Yeah.
Then, and this is where it gets interesting, there's the third-class relic. Now, a third-class relic is an object that has been touched by a first-class relic.
Okay, I see. We've got a money-making scheme on our
Yes.
hands here.
Now, I just did a little quick look, because that's what we do with every item we steal, what a replica of the crown would cost. Now, I went for the cheapest one available on Amazon, and that's
Thank you.
22 euros in the States. I just converted it, right?
Yes.
Now, in the States, where they have 220 million Christians, I'm sure we can find a couple of them who would buy a replica of this cross,
Yes.
of this crown.
That has been turned into a third-class relic.
Exactly.
Oh, beautiful.
Now, we don't need to steal it. We just need to get a priest to certify that we've touched, I don't know, 500,000
Yes.
of these crowns to the original
Yes.
crown?
You really think that would work?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know why it would work? Hang on.
It's the pyramid scheme of Catholicism.
I'll tell you why it works. I've got to tell you about the Amazon reviews.
These
Right.
guys are so crazy. Yeah.
First,
Okay, I'll pour us all another whiskey as you speak.
the negative reviews, right? I purchased this for a Halloween costume, and after wearing it half an hour, my hair was matted with blood. I would not recommend purchasing this for a costume. 1 star.
Wow.
Okay. We needed this crown of thorns for filming of the crucifixion. This is Mel Gibson, by the way. It was disappointing because it was very sparse in the thorns and didn't look like the picture. Our prop mistress and I walked outside and picked up some more dry branches from the burn pile and hot glued them on, adding more spikes. The one in the picture is much more full than was actually received.
As I might
1
say,
star.
that's actually there's a review from the porn parody, which is called The Crucidiction.
Yes, it probably is. Okay, so here we go. But this is why people will actually buy it. Okay, what a thrill to know it came from and was made in Jerusalem. This will probably be the closest I will ever get to seeing the Holy Land. This is a great piece and worth the money since it was handmade by other brothers and sisters in Christ. Who knows? Maybe it could have been made from the same vine Jesus' was made from, since those vines are known to be ancient. 5 stars.
Wow.
I'm going to give that review 1 star because the original crown of thorns is made from a thorny plant known as the euphorbiaceae or euphorbiaceae. Hard to tell. The relic is called Euphorbia milii, so the euphorbia of the soldier, and the plant is native to Madagascar.
What?
So if it is from Jerusalem, sorry, it's just a cheap replica.
That's amazing, but it was made in Jerusalem. And if they're willing to spend 22 euros on this,
It's just
Yes.
that it's made in Jerusalem. It doesn't have
Doesn't
anything
say.
to do with the meaning or
No.
anything. It's just that it
Yeah.
is actually made there.
yeah, that's great.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So if your plan, just to get it
Yes.
straight, is to take the real crown of thorns,
Yes,
and then touch all the replicas
correct.
to the crown
500,000 of them.
thorns, and then
And then sell
all.
them for, well, we buy 500,000 for 22
Yes.
euros.
Yeah.
And then we sell them for about 50 euros.
We can sell them for more than 50 euros.
Do you think so?
Yes, 100
Yeah.
easily.
Look,
Yeah,
we
I'm
can
sure.
always go down to 23 euros and still make a killing. So
I have a question.
we can have
though.
like an Easter special and that sort of thing.
Does that make us third-class relics as well?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, I've been a second-class citizen all my life, but I never thought I'd be a third-class relic.
It makes everything that comes in contact, the containers, like the Amazon packaging that it comes in.
Yes, beautiful.
Oh no, actually no, that's not how it works. No, it has to be touched by the first class.
Yes, so the
relics. Oh, because
packaging
we
would
touch
be
it.
sixth-class relic.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. We do need a priest to certify it though. So
That's okay.
Like a certificate.
So we'll get a
of-
little boy and lure priest into our heist lounge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and he just needs to sign 500,000 little things.
Yes. Do you think we could maybe, because he just retired, Pope Benedict? No. Yeah, Pope Benedict. He's still alive.
He is still alive, but he seems very fragile.
And he's...
But I mean, having it signed by the Pope, that does
Yeah.
add some sort of price to it.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
that's like, what, 109 euros?
Yeah. Yeah, let's say 109.
109 seems like 109.99.
Yep. That does add up over time. Over 500,000
It
copies.
does,
Okay.
including shipping.
Yeah, so we've got our own like a multi-level marketing scheme
Yeah.
going here. That I very much like that idea. But what do we do with the original after?
Well, if we don't steal it,
Oh, sweet.
we just put it back. Like, we don't even steal it. We just,
We just touch 500,000 replicas.
yeah. No? I see that my fellow
No.
heisters, they don't like this idea.
We're not as afraid of God as you seem to be.
Look, I'm not afraid of God. I'm afraid of the police. Damn it.
I mean, the Catholic Church will buy it back.
Yeah?
And they'll buy it back for a
Yes.
lot of money.
The Venetians might buy it back.
Or maybe the King of Constantinople wants it back.
Yeah, everybody will want it
Adam
back.
Baldwin might want it back.
He would. I'm sure he would.
Okay, so let's sell it to Adam Baldwin.
I think so.
Or to Alec. No.
Alec. No, the...
Well, Adam Baldwin isn't even a Baldwin brother. Sorry, my mistake.
Sorry, Adam.
He's Jane on Firefly. So let's sell it to Haley Baldwin, maybe. She's lost her boyfriend after all.
And she's got money.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah, so we'll tell her she can prove she's not Baldwin the Broke any longer. And this
But
thing
that
is going to go
legitimizes
viral
the
on
whole
Instagram.
Baldwin thing. You know, like it legitimizes them as like heirs to the throne of Constantinople. You know, like I don't know what like Erdogan would think of that.
Yeah, also like this, I mean, the Crown of Thorns already sounds like a prop from Game of Thrones without us actually turning the real world into Game of Thrones.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, well, okay, so
Trivia question: how was the Third World War started? Well, it involves Haley Baldwin, the Crown of Thorns, and 3 idiots.
and 500,000 third-class replicas of the Crown of Thorns.
It does sound great. Yeah.
No. So, that still hasn't settled how we get to the Crown of Thorns.
Oh, that's details. I thought I'd leave that to you. I just come up with the brilliant marketing scheme.
Yeah, well, I quite like the marketing scheme. So, we'll just go on a free tour to the Hotel de Ville.
Yes.
Just free tourists.
Does
Right.
one even have to do a tour, or does one just go in?
So
You could just-
you can do group tours right now, but individual tours have been suspended until further notice.
That might have something to do with the relics.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But there is the Seine nearby, right? The big river.
Yeah.
And I do think we should involve a boat. I'd really be up for a boat thing.
If only we had a captain on the podcast.
I'm not actually a captain, but I just have a boat.
Doesn't that automatically make you the captain?
I can drive a boat.
Okay.
I can do a
Good
boat.
enough.
Yeah.
Are we going to need a bigger boat?
Yes. We're going to need a boat that can do 500,000 fake crowns on it. Because that's the best way not to catch us. Is like,
Yes. Doing it on water. Also, on international waters, is everyone a priest?
the captain of a ship is a priest. Yes. Or can do the...
Beautiful!
He can perform the rituals that a priest would normally do on land, like marry people,
Like
and I assume
confirm the
certify
third-class relics.
Yes, I would say so.
Okay, good.
But why do we have to do the touching of the relics to the real thing on the boat? Why can't we just take it, be all cool and smooth, and then have a room stashed away in, I don't know, Madagascar with the 500,000 relics and then do the touching? Do we even have to touch them?
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, would you sell a non-touched third-class relic? Mm-hmm. A fake relic? Mm-hmm. No. I wouldn't. I'm a man of principle.
I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't sell it.
Yeah.
We should also get Seal in on the heist.
Seal?
Seal. The singer Seal. who sang Touched by a Rose to do a cover version of his own song?
That's ridiculous.
All right.
I mean, we've had some ridiculous ideas, but that
I'll
one's
redact that
ridiculous.
then.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, he can be there.
Yes.
He's not singing. Singing.
Can we threaten to turn people into third-class relics if we hold the crown of thorns?
Are people afraid of becoming third-class relics?
Wouldn't you be?
Well,
Doesn't that make you higher up? In
yeah. I mean, that would be a significant raise of my current social
But
standing.
religious people are weird that way. If they're true believers, do they actually want to be turned into relics? Maybe
Yes.
we don't mention that they're third-class relics. And we're just like, this crown has the power to turn you into a relic.
Well, I mean, if the foreskin of Jesus Christ can make you invisible, imagine what his crown could do.
Okay.
Well, but why not put it on a boat? I'm going to turn that question around. Like, it's the most elegant way. I mean, we just cruise down the canals. They're really lovely. I must say, cruising canals of France, it's a great time. So we cruise the canals with a boatload, and then we, like, instead of just drinking wine the whole time,
Just a bit.
we just a bit
You
of
mean the
wine,
blood of Jesus Christ?
But while we're drinking the
course.
wine, we touch a couple of the crowns to the
Okay,
relics. Like,
if
we
I'm
just have something
drinking
to do.
wine, I can touch as many relics as you like. No problem.
Can we turn our crowns into like a ball pit?
Excuse me?
Just have them all stashed in a huge pit and toss the real crown of thorns in. And just
And let's churn it
mix
all
up.
around?
Yeah, sure.
And then we'll never find it again.
Save up on time. I think the real crown of thorns
Yeah.
looks way different.
We're going to have to remove it, actually.
Do we?
Yes, we're going to have to.
Oh,
we're
so
going to
the
have to
tube
take
isn't.
the tube. That's not going to
Okay.
be enough. So we are going to have to
Okay.
open up the tube, and then touch the because
So I'll put protective gloves on the heist budget because I won't prick my
Absolutely.
finger on something that was on Jesus' hair 2,000 years ago.
yeah. No, I agree.
Okay.
Also, that would just be a bit rude. We also need like a tube maker or someone to like patch it up again.
Yeah.
Can't we just bring tape?
We can just buy a round tube and put it back in there.
Just
Yeah, like a
one of the
PVC
little
tube.
one? Yeah. Okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
No, I'll check for a round PVC tube.
But I wonder if it's in the cellar, if we
Yes.
think it's in the cellar,
Which it is.
and the town hall is really, really old,
Yes.
wouldn't it have like maybe
catacombs.
secret
the catacombs, yeah.
passageways
Yes.
or even waterways?
How close is it to the Seine?
Like on the Seine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
amazing.
opposite Notre Dame.
We can do the Guy Fawkes thing, where they were digging through the Thames to get through the Parliament building. And we could do that same thing from the opposite bank.
What's on the other side?
Notre Dame.
And the other side of that?
The other side of the Seine. Notre Dame is
Really?
like on a little
Yeah, I
island.
know. I've been
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh, I'm
have you been
sorry.
there? Have you, Fritz?
No, but we can just pretend to work in Notre Dame then.
Because of the fire.
Yeah.
Of the fire, and we need to check, like, when is it safe to
Oh,
move
we
the
need
relics back?
yellow Safety vests.
Okay. Now we'll just put some weird French writing on it, like hors d'oeuvre or...
Baguette.
People
Le
recognize.
Mans. Okay,
the word
fine.
baguette, yeah. Oh, no, wait. Yellow vests in France. Not
Oh.
great. Not great.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Blue.
Well,
Blue vests.
we'll check out what they wear.
Yeah.
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 Whatever's not yellow in France. Whatever doesn't get people riled up.
Yeah.
because-
yeah. Okay, so
So we... Yeah, okay.
heading to Notre Dame. Dig our way through to Hotel de Ville.
And I think it's quite deep. We're going to have to dig quite deep.
Okay.
Because,
We'll have to dig underneath the river.
yes.
Yeah.
We'll need to
And
check
judging
that
by the boats, they have a draft of at least 2.5 meters. So I'd say it's about 3.5, 4 meters
Okay.
deep, maybe. So we're gonna have to go. But I'm sure like Notre Dame goes down. They've got like
Yes.
cellars as well. So we just got to
Yeah, and
dig
like
in the right direction.
again, there should be catacombs underneath both.
Are they? I don't know. I don't know where exactly the catacombs are in France. I've just imagined they're everywhere. But I don't. Didn't you go on a tour?
No.
Why not? It was expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Let's
it
get
was.
Huh. Okay, well, we could also use the boat then and just sort of bomb our way through to storage.
Well, it depends. We just have to see, are there catacombs or are there maybe
Yes.
secret passage rivers that we can just use?
So we're just going to go ahead and take a research break, and all three of us are going to Google secret passage into the Hotel de Ville.
Canals.
We'll just like sell
Hotel
a
de
plan.
Ville,
would do it.
security. Do we have anything else before we go on research break?
I'll look for the boat.
Okay, you'll look for the boat.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check the catacombs and canals then.
We should find out how far away. Well, no, actually, I know the answer to that. Like, when does it become international waters?
Okay.
Should we take the boat? Should it be capable of crossing the Atlantic as well? I mean, that'll significantly cut down on our shipping charges if we can just bring it over the Atlantic already.
Well, we have somebody here that's a bit seasick, so...
Good point.
Yes, fair enough.
Not
I think
sure
I'll just
about
take
that.
the helicopter to follow you from our last heist.
Of course. And I'll check out how far it is from Notre Dame and how deep the Seine is and...
And all that sort of
Yeah.
thing. All right.
Okay, then we've got
Okay,
that
down with
settled. And off to research break.
Right. I'm unfollowing Judith again.
Okay, everyone back in heisting position. We're back in 3, 2, 1.
And we are back from our research break. I found out a few interesting things. Did you as well?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, but maybe I can start with the frustrating thing. There's a crypt underneath Notre Dame,
Yeah.
but it's not connected to the catacombs. So that's a pity. But there's a few things. So they're really nearby. They are connected by the Pont d'Arcole. That's a bridge crossing the River Seine.
Yes.
And that's really, really close to the Hotel de Ville.
Okay.
The bridge is 20 meters high. Mm-hmm. Oscar Brown, you're a goalkeeper. You reckon you could catch a crown of thorns from a 20-meter drop?
Oh, yes.
Good. Because I feel like that might be how I have to pass it to you on the boat.
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem at all.
Good. Okay, so that's settled then. Something else is, the crown of thorns was saved by the chaplain of the Paris Fire Brigade.
Okay. The chaplain, they were like, well, off we go. We better take the chaplain along.
Well, he also seems to be a firefighter.
Okay.
He's also a veteran from the Afghanistan war, and he tended to terror victims in 2015.
Wow.
So I would feel terrible putting some sort of blame on him, but luckily, we don't have to. So he went in and saved the crown of thorns. I find the quote. So he went in
Yeah.
into the flames, got some of the relics. The police took the crown, and I took the Holy Sacrament, the wafers or body of Christ, Fournier said. So while he rescued the crown from the flames,
He was busy munching on biscuits.
yes, and the police took the crown, enough time for them to swap it out, and maybe for us to assert authenticity of the crown that is currently in the City Hall of Paris.
Interesting.
I think so. So if there's an issue, then the police, the
Yes.
village people dressed like the police, who stole the other crown.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Okay, so just like
As a
as a random thought of how we get to the crown and how we could maybe get it out of the City Hall.
concur.
All right, no, that's pretty much all I've got.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I just checked it out. So the Seine is 9.5 meters deep only at that point.
Wow, that's really deep. Okay.
10 meters.
That is deep.
It's not that deep.
How deep do you think the Spree is?
I don't know.
It's like 2.5 meters in most places.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was not that deep for 10 meters, but it is about 150 meters away from Notre Dame. So I think
What? The Seine's 150 meters away?
That bank of the Seine.
Oh, that bank,
Because,
right, okay.
the
Yeah.
Notre Dame, and then you have a bit of the island.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
on,
you
on
have
the far side of
Seine.
the aisle.
Right, okay, I'm with you.
So I think that might be not that realistic to.
Oh, look, we've got a picture. That's amazing.
Also a 3D image on my tablet. But
And that's where you could drop the...
Yes, Judith, please keep talking while I open the 3D image.
Yeah, he could
That's-
drop it here. But another thing I was thinking, so they put out their events 1 week before what they have.
What about, I mean, there's a bit of the river here.
Yeah, it's an
Oh,
island.
yeah, but this is where the Hotel de Ville is.
Oh, right,
That's the
sorry, I'm
town
totally
hall.
with you.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And this is what I meant by
Right,
it's
okay.
on the far
Right,
side
right,
of the
okay, I'm
aisle.
with you, sorry.
Yeah?
Right. Okay.
So, but what I was thinking, so they put out the events, what's happening in the town hall about 1 week before, and you can apply for accreditation as a journalist online
Okay.
to
Aren't
get
you guys
into the town
journalists?
hall. I'm sure you can fake that. I don't think that's that big of a
You
deal.
just start
Yeah.
start a
And
blog.
it's not like the White
Yeah.
House, it's the town hall of Paris,
That's true as well.
you know,
Yeah.
People just go. So you say that's an easy in?
could be.
I think so. That could work.
Okay.
So I figured out another way to make even more money out of this. Because, you know, if the three of us went on a boat and we had 500,000 crowns,
And we accidentally dropped the real crown. The boat, also a third-class relic now.
well, it would just take so much time, like, and it would detract from the wine drinking thing.
Yes.
So we're going to steal something else as well. In fact, we're going to steal like a river cruiser where 500 people fit on.
Yes.
Yeah, the ones where they put on, well, they cruise from Paris to Le Havre. I'm not sure how to pronounce that.
Le Havre.
Le Havre, yeah, at the end of the Seine, yeah. And they do these sort of 3-day cruises sort of aimed at old people. And they pile about 300-400 old people on these boats.
Okay.
Right.
So there's bound to be a priest on there in case one of the old people dies.
Definitely. So I'm going to come chugging past with a boatload of 400,
Seniors, yeah.
Seniors. You'll drop the crown down to me. And what they'll do over the next 3 days is basically make third-class relics for us. And they'll pass the crown from one to the other, and that'll be their activity for 3 days.
Beautiful.
That
And by the
sounds
time it
amazing.
arrives in Le Havre, it'll be ready to go. We just need to, we just need to take the crowns and put them onto a bigger boat and ship them to America.
And kidnap a big boat.
I feel like
the big boats. There's a dime a dozen in Paris.
I feel like we can make more money by shipping them to another country other than America.
Really?
Yeah, because if we ship them to a Catholic country, people will pay more.
Do you think so?
Mexico,
But Americans
Spain, 100%.
Really, but
But I
The
feel like
Americans-
the Spanish are more discerning than Americans. And remember, we only do it
But
to
relics
people
are
who
a
deserve
Catholic
to be.
thing.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Also, we don't rob them. We give them third-class relics at what I would argue is a fairly reasonable price. So, if anything, we're doing them a favor.
yeah, but Americans are so delusional. I think
Yes.
they would really, really love that. I bet it was an American who wrote that Amazon review.
Oh, they were all
You know,
Americans.
yeah.
They were all
Okay,
Americans.
You
fair.
know,
Yeah.
they're just like,
Fair
they
enough.
don't even know what Jerusalem is or where it is. They just,
Okay, fine.
Love
But,
it.
but then let's still not close that door of global shipping.
Sure.
no.
Okay,
Doesn't matter
good.
where
Just-
we ship from.
just-
All right. So 3-day cruise from
Yeah.
Paris to Le Havre.
Yeah.
Le Havre.
Oh, and
Still-
oh, sorry, I did make, but we'll be on the top deck drinking wine the whole way while the
Yes.
seniors are downstairs working for us.
Obviously.
Yes.
Okay.
We're supervisors.
It works out to 2 crowns a minute that they each have to do.
Okay, but you are still the
The
captain,
captain. So I won't
in that
drink.
scenario. No, you can
Okay.
be drunk.
Well, you have a co-captain.
Yes, but you
Who's the
still just
co-captain?
for certifying the authenticity of the third-class relics.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, the first officer is, I believe, what you meant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. I have no idea.
Okay.
The guy you get the boat off. I mean, there must have been a guy on the boat before.
Yes. Well, I mean, he'll still be there. He'll just be tied up.
Exactly, but yeah.
But after,
Okay.
after a couple of days, sort of Stockholm syndrome sticks in, and he'll sort of spend some time
Yeah.
drinking wine with us.
Yeah. Also, we can just start getting him drunk. Then he
Yes.
won't mind being tied up.
There we go, exactly. Okay, so we still haven't solved the problem of how we actually get the relic.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the whole thing. Okay. So pretending to be journalists.
Yes.
So we walk into the Hotel de Ville
Yes.
for an event.
Well, for like a press conference.
Any kind of event. Okay, press conference. Good.
Yeah?
Anne Hidalgo answers some questions.
Like this week she's doing things on refugees and on
Yes.
Notre Dame and,
Good, because
you know.
Notre Dame is a good opportunity to accuse her of not having the actual crown of thorns.
We accuse her right
Because
then.
yes, we have it on good authority that the police has swapped it out for a fake.
Yes.
How can we be sure it is the real one?
And then
Then, well, I mean,
they
clearly,
bring it out.
yes, they would have to, wouldn't they?
Like, we're not leaving
Okay,
until we see
okay.
the crown of thorns.
All right, fine. That's far-fetched. But what if not all of us are journalists? One of us walks in as a journalist.
None of us are journalists.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
but
wait, that's not the point.
That's not the point. The other two are archaeologists. An archaeologist and a priest.
Who just happened to
An
be there.
archaeologist, a priest, and a journalist walk into the City Hall of Paris.
Hidalgo.
Where's the end to that joke?
Yeah, so the journalist makes that claim.
Yes.
It gets picked up by the press over the next few days.
Okay.
And they need to assert the authenticity of the crown because, it's a huge deal for Jean-Marc Fournier, who saved the crown from the fire. It's a
Yes.
huge deal for the police of
that guy.
Paris,
Right.
who are under fire anyway with the Yellow Vest movement at the moment.
So they
So-
can't afford bad press like this.
Yes, so
So-
they need an expert on the topic.
Right. And the classic team of the priest and the
The
archaeologists happen to show up and they're like, hi.
We are the right people to do this.
Yes,
Yes.
of course we are. I mean, with good fake identity, it could work.
Yes. So that the journalist could also sort of point fingers in our direction. Say that's you, Judith, walking in and saying, you know what, I have from good authority that the renowned priest Sebastian Weisbach and famous archaeologist
Dr.
Oscar
Brown.
Brown,
Dr. Brown.
Dr. Brown, Indiana Brown, highly doubt the fact that in storage is actually the crown of thorns.
And then she'll bring it out.
Yes. No, she'll let us in.
Oh, they'll give it to us.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Rookie mistake.
Or, because I feel that has too much risk to it. What if we are I am a journalist that just wants
Right, because you're not allowed to be a priest.
Well, no, I wouldn't want to be one.
Well, yeah, but you're not allowed. I'm just saying. I'm just sort of
Yeah,
making
okay,
sure that
thanks.
you can't be the priest. Yeah.
I could be the archaeologist.
No, we can't. It has to be real. Yeah, okay. No.
Anyway, and I want to. What about just doing an article about the relics that were saved from Notre Dame?
The relics. You've got to put
Yes.
it in.
The relics.
Yeah.
And just going down there.
We'd still have to get it out.
Yeah, but
Okay,
at least
yeah,
we're
okay, so
already
we're
down
one-
there.
one
It
step
is out. It's
closer.
lying around
it's
on
not,
an IKEA table.
It's not
Yes.
big.
Okay.
We'd
It's
have to be
like-
two. Somebody causes some chaos.
Yeah.
Another person
Ooh,
slips
chaos.
it in. Yeah, I
like
thought
the
I'd
word
bring
of that.
Beautiful,
chaos.
yes,
I
yes.
thought I'd bring
I
that
do
up for
like
you
it.
guys.
So I mean, but generally, I mean, you could just walk in and be like, look, you want to do an article about
Yeah.
the temporary state of relics
Yes.
in modern society.
Or just the relics that were saved from Notre Dame.
Yes.
But you're going to make it sound journalistic.
Yeah, well, we can work on
10
that.
reasons why we need relics more than ever.
That's more modern. Sorry, I
That's
forgot
modern
modern
journalism,
journalism. Yes. Okay, so right, it's
You're
a
writing,
BuzzFeed article.
you're writing for Le Huffington Post.
Oui, oui.
So you've got that thing planned. They let you see the relics. Obviously, you need a photographer
Absolutely.
with you.
That'll be you.
That'll be me.
Yes.
And an archaeologist,
Yes.
which will be you, Dr. Brown.
All right. do I have to be the archaeologist?
Fine, you be the photographer then.
No, I
I'll
don't
be
know
the
how to-
archaeologist.
Like, and I'll just take out
No,
my
I think you
phone.
can bullshit quite well. So.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, and he can't. It's true. He'll keep laughing and
Yeah.
stuff. Anyway, I look more like an archaeologist than you do. Can I have like a little scarf? Like, can I dress like Indiana Jones? Or is that
I feel any real archaeologist would, so yes.
okay?
Any real
Nice.
archaeologist out in the field would.
Nice.
No, you have to be on the boat.
Oh,
You can't be with us.
damn.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm
But
sorry.
I think the two of us can
Yes.
manage that.
Yes.
You seem to always like be. No, you weren't flying a helicopter, weren't you? You were scared of helicopters.
Yeah, I don't do
But
helicopters.
you always seem to be like.
Oh wait, well Fritz does the dirty work.
Yeah,
Hilarious, isn't it?
Well, I can't operate vehicles.
Yes, that's my speciality.
true.
Okay, so what will you then just have like a camera that like can fit the relic inside of it?
Camera
Ooh,
bag.
I can use the ring light.
The ring
Ooh,
light.
yeah.
How?
Well, I can have a fake ring light, or
Okay.
like a ring flash, because
Yes.
they also come in flash variations. That doesn't work. That coincidentally has a diameter of 21 centimeters.
Okay, make it a bit bigger just in case.
Okay, good. So 22 centimeters.
Yes.
Yes. And then we'll just fit the crown inside the flashlight and carry it out with the camera equipment.
Because you have it like that so that you can take a picture better,
Yes.
right? Because there's the ring light, it's in
Yes,
the light.
it's a
amazing.
macro objective.
Yeah.
A macro lens. You have to get in close
Okay.
to whatever you're taking pictures of. And
You still need a distraction.
Yeah, that, and I do think we should still have a replica. So you can still take pictures and be like, oh, we took the picture at this and this time, and then we left, so we couldn't have taken it.
yes,
You know,
good.
so-
I'll bring an actual camera. Yes.
And an actual replica.
And an actual replica that
Yeah.
we can quickly swap out, take a
I
picture.
mean, we have 500,000. I think. we can
No,
spare
but see, those are a bit different because
one.
those aren't the ones with all the jewels around it. Unless we do
But-
the switcheroo.
Yeah, we have to take it out anyway.
Okay, so then
So we might
need
as well take it out
a little
then.
plastic
and there.
bag
Yes.
where we put the real crown in.
Yeah.
And then you switcheroo. And you,
No, I could just put it into the ring flash and swap them out.
Oh yes. So we're leaving all the jewels behind, like the jewels in the gold
Yeah.
encrusted case.
Jewels mean nothing to us. We're not secular thieves.
But I feel like it might add to the authenticity, right? Because if no one knows that it's missing and no one knows that we've had the original one, then no one's going to
yeah.
believe that it's an actual third class lyric.
Well, then we don't get a replica, and we just take it.
But then we need a replica of all the jewels in the whole shebang.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, that's what you were thinking. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
I was thinking of like the
But that's just
actual
gonna be-
chew.
that's
What
gonna
if
be
we
more
just
than
start
22
knocking
euros.
things over and they kick us out?
And they like,
Yeah. We destroy one of the chandeliers there on display. We knock over the urn. There's an urn in there full of ashes.
Yeah, like I'm really clumsy.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I'm so
They will
sorry. I
as
start
soon
crying.
as the ashes of some saint are spread in the city hall of Paris, they will kick us out.
whether you're wearing a crown on your head or not.
Well, it will be in the flash.
Okay.
So,
And they're not going to check beforehand?
oh, they'll be too busy kicking us out.
I feel like there should be another distraction.
Cause a huge ruckus. Should we set the roof on fire?
No,
Too derivative.
that's too 2019.
What else could we do?
Why do you need more?
Oh, I'm just worried that they're going to keep a good eye on these things. And just like a little distraction is not going to be enough.
To be honest, I don't think they will.
You don't think so? You think they've got
No, I
enough
think
going on at this
there'll
point?
be like maybe one guy with us who trusts us because we've had like a dialogue before. I mean, I have to apply to write this article.
okay, that's true.
And then maybe one security guy. Let's say maximum 2 people. I really don't think it's a lot.
Okay. And then you just...
I tip it over. I start crying.
Yeah.
He does a flashlight thing.
Okay. And we leave a... It doesn't have to be an exact replica.
Yeah,
it
and
can be a plastic
I can
replica.
blind the security guys with the flashlight
I think
before
that's
we
good.
start
Okay.
doing anything.
Then it doesn't have to be like an exact... We don't have to spend like 200 euros on a replica that's like actual gold or anything
Yes.
like that. Like, it can be a fake plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just for,
just
so,
just
Silmarillion.
so
a
Seems
random
right?
tube and
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, I can work with that. That'll be fine. Yes. Carry on.
All right. So then we walk out. Head to the Pont d'Arcole. Timing is key now.
Yes,
You have to be right underneath the bridge.
I will be. Not just the boat.
Yes.
But also, like, even if it's not just me catching it, I'll have 400 seniors with their hands in the air like they just don't care.
Okay, so you just do a musical number with them.
One of them is bound to
Topsy
catch
turvy?
everything. Yes, topsy turvy, amazing. Yes, that's bound to be fall overboard, isn't it? Okay, how do we get you guys on the boat?
We jump.
It's
Like-
20 meters.
Yeah, James Bond.
Yeah, but James Bond lives. I feel like you guys are like you'll need more than wine
Fair
to
enough.
resuscitate you.
How fast is that cruise boat?
Not fast.
So we could just catch up on foot,
Yes.
maybe. I mean, I'm
Maybe
slow,
a
but
bicycle or something.
yes. So rent a bicycle,
Yeah.
catch up, head to the nearest pier.
Oh, in Paris they have the electric scooters, not the sit-on ones, the
Yeah.
standing on
Yeah,
ones.
yeah,
They've
yeah.
got those
Okay.
everywhere. Yeah. You'll probably be
So we
fast on
can
the
get
boat.
that.
In fact, it'll be better to have 500 seniors on electric scooters.
So they can do 25 kilometers per hour.
Can they?
The electric ones, yeah.
no, you'll be in Le Havre before we'll
Okay.
all be on the boat.
Good. So we'll catch up with you to some pier.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, and I mean, all you have to do is kind of get near to the.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need a ticket.
Less
then.
than 20 meters. And
Okay, no, we save up on the ticket.
Oh, yeah,
the
the
only one with the ticket is you.
Yeah.
We
it's,
jump on board.
It's
Okay.
about 400 euros for a 3-day cruise.
Okay, yeah, clear. That we're only buying one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, I am the captain now, and
Yes.
then you guys can just get on board because
And how are you going to
I'm going to buy a ticket.
kidnap the boat?
I'm going to buy a ticket,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to kidnap the boat.
Cool.
I'll
Should we
put
just
I'll
leave
put
it at
rope
that,
on
or?
the heist budget.
It's a rope, yes. I need a good.
Should I also add roofies?
I can actually tell you how much it costs. So for 30 meters of good rope, good tying rope, it's
Yes.
going to be 78 euros exactly.
You're such a boat owner.
I just bought rope like
Yes.
2 hours ago.
I feel like 30 meters is too long, but okay.
That's good. Well, I mean, there might
Better
be
safe
more
than
than
sorry.
one crew.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we all tie them up with one long rope.
Well, we'll cut it into like good 2-meter handleable bits. So that's 15 crew I can tie up and one rowdy passenger.
Okay. Yep.
Do you guys use fake guns or no?
No.
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 You don't.
No. Do we? We haven't up until now. But I don't
I
know
mean,
if we
but then
said
again-
it as if this was this principle.
But
that
then
we've talked
again,
about.
like the crew will be busy handling 500,000 replicas of the Crown of Thorns.
And why would they be doing that?
Well, because it's a specific cruise that these old people have booked. Like they know they're doing it's like a Hakel and Bustle tour, you know. They-
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
It's like
I
you
get
keep it,
you now.
like, you know, they on a specific religious tour. They paid extra for it. In fact, the tickets are now 450 euros.
Very good.
Yeah. And the crew knows, so they've been delivered already.
Okay, it's all like planned out before. Getcha.
In fact, I don't have to kidnap the boat. They got me in specifically.
Yeah, because I mean that's what you do, no? You have tours and you
Yes.
sell them.
Yes,
So
exactly.
you're gonna sell this tour of
Exactly. Yeah.
Baston and Haken.
Yeah. In fact, I
So
don't
you
even-
just own the boat and the whole tour. So
No, I
this-
don't own the boat. That's a
No,
bit much.
but-
But I'll
you
definitely
know.
I'll sell the tour.
But you'll own the boat.
Yes, that's correct. And then which means I can drink because I won't be the captain. I'll
Yes.
just be the
Yeah.
tour operator.
yeah.
But you'll have to be the captain to certify the crowns.
Well, no, because we have to be on the. Oh yes, that's a good point. That is a tricky thing still. We're gonna need a priest. But we said there's a priest on board because they're all old and about to die.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
that would have to be. It's unreasonable to not have a priest on board.
It could also be like a religious
Group.
group.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that is also happy
Oh my
to
word!
do
Do they
this.
know that they're going to be handling the crown of Jesus?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
That's a
but
surprise.
That's a surprise.
Yes, it's a religious cruise with a surprise, with a first-class surprise.
The tickets just went up to like 500 euros.
yeah, exactly. And
So
amazing.
we'll also be making money off the cruise.
I'll be making money off the cruise.
excuse me.
Careful not to end up in international waters, Mr. Brown.
Yes, all right, fine, all right. I'll make a good deal on you guys. With you guys. Because of you guys. Okay, fine, I'll share it all equally.
Thank you.
33% for everyone.
All right.
0.33. Good.
Okay. I think that's pretty much it thus far. Shall we do the heist budget and the summary, or did I?
So. I think
Yeah.
we've got it all.
Okay, so then we'll go into a short break. I'll do the budget thing, and we'll do a summary. See if we
make
can
it
poke any holes into it, which we can't because this seems like a waterproof plan.
It's pretty good.
All right.
Sounds good.
Do I do anything now?
Sounds good.
And we are back from the final break of this month's episode with 100,000 followers in store.
There we go. You can buy followers. I looked it up. 450 euros.
Yes, all our 12 followers not bought. I'm very proud to say. 2 of them us, but none of them bought.
I'm bored.
One of them me.
Ooh. So that's $110, was it? 100 euros?
450 euros.
450 euros.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right.
Okay, this is really harsh on the budget because the budget is high.
Is it?
Yeah, because we're buying 500,000 replicas, 22 euros a piece,
Ooh.
adding up to 11 million euros.
What?
That
well,
makes
it
sense.
doesn't.
That's
No.
maths.
It
Yeah.
doesn't stop there. Okay, let's do the summary first. Maybe.
Okay.
So we fly to Paris.
Of course.
Air France,
Yes.
business class.
They don't do first class and short haul.
No, unfortunately. So that's 2,000 euros in the bank, easily. Go to Paris. You and your 100,000 Middle Eastern followers,
Yeah.
all huge fans of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and our Lady and Savior Judith Shoemaker. So they are all waiting for your article on the relevance of modern relics, or 10 ways of modern relics still mattering for the Huffington Post.
Oui, oui.
So we head into City Hall in Paris. We have a fake accreditation, or a real accreditation maybe. You have 100,000 followers after all. So they are interested in letting you in. Yes, so it's a real accreditation. We head into City Hall. All the while, you are already on that sweet, sweet cruise on the Seine from Paris to Le Havre.
Yes. I've been there a couple of days beforehand because these things take some time to organize. But
Okay.
yeah, you know,
Well, I mean, you can enjoy Paris while you're at it.
articulated the boat, made sure
Yes.
everything's in order, welcomed the guests on board.
Made friends with a couple of seniors.
Yeah. Put on my captain's costume.
Yes, very well. Bum covered, I might add.
Very well.
We are in the cellar in the City Hall, having a good look at the relics, while I use my ring flash to make that crown of thorns disappear. We have a PVC tube, which we spray paint in gold, and we're just going to leave there. And while you tip over one of the urns and
Yeah, 'cause I'm
spread
very
the ashes,
clumsy.
yes, spread the ashes of one saint or another all across l'Hôtel de Ville, security will kick us out. Of course, they won't have noticed that we're actually stealing because I've used the flashlight on them a couple of times. I also famously very clumsy. Then we'll head to the Pont d'Arcole, the bridge that is nearest to the Hôtel de Ville. Right in that very moment, your cruise boat, will pass us by.
And all the seniors will put their hands in the air like they just don't care.
Yes, that's a rhythmic
But
exercise.
Specifically, I will also be there
Yes,
attempting to catch.
I will toss you the crown of thorns.
Yes.
Let's say you will catch it, or one of the seniors
Imagine we
will.
buggered up at that point. That would really be a disaster because, I mean, the budget is like, we need that.
Yes,
catch
we
to land.
absolutely
like
need
that
it.
catch needs. That's going to be the most expensive catch.
That's
I've ever
an
made.
11 million euro catch.
Yes, that's by far the most.
That's
expensive
Champions
catch.
League numbers.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, I'll toss you that. We head on a Lime S, which is one of the kick scooters
Yep.
with an electric motor. They can go 25 kilometers an hour. We'll have roughly 20 minutes to catch up with the cruise ship.
Well,
I-
before like our budget is expired, or
Yes.
And are you safe to use
You don't need a
an
license.
electric
Yeah,
scooter?
no, you don't need a
Have you
license.
heard that he doesn't
You
have
can,
a license?
you can bring a helmet, though,
You can bring your own
if you
helmet.
like. Yeah.
You're not going to though.
You actually
you use
recommend it
one?
to
Can you
bring
ride
your
a
own
bike?
helmet. I can ride
Just
a bike.
about.
Okay.
I have a bike. Whoa, steady on there. My last bike was stolen. Now I own one.
I know.
Okay. So we'll use the scooters, catch up, head to the nearest pier, jump on board. Then we'll supervise all the elderly people for 3 more days.
Yes.
How long is it? Okay.
3 more days. Well, more like we'll supervise them.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll supervise them on our way to Le Havre. as they are producing third-class relics. Once again, I forgot to turn the camera on. I'll do that now.
I love the way the podcast just needs to be interrupted for that while the camera is turned on because like
Every other episode.
yes. So we take the boat all the way to Lavre,
Yes.
and where all the patrons all disembark,
Yes.
including the crowns, and they neatly stow them as
Well,
they
they
disembark.
can all purchase a crown each.
They can.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
They'd be so happy.
That is
Yes.
a discounted price?
No.
No.
Okay. $100 still?
109 euros 99 cents.
Right,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Still reasonable price for a third-class relic.
I think so.
So there's just one more thing. Or are you finished with the budget?
Oh, no, well, then we'll hop on the train. We'll have all the crowns shipped to wherever they are supposed to go.
Do you think, like, will they be on pre-order already? Like, will we just be able to can we get the seniors to pack them into Amazon packages separately already? And at the Le Havre post station, we can just pop them all into the post and off we go?
There's also services for that, like shipstation.com and
Oh,
stuff
we
like
don't
that.
even have to deal with it.
No, you just
No.
package them, send them off to the middleman, and then as the orders
amazing.
come in online, they'll ship automatically.
Oh, that's
so the
great.
oldies can package
Yeah.
them, but
Okay,
then
yeah.
And
we
it's a
can-
small fee. Let's say
that's
we'll use
fantastic.
€1 on each crown, but
Oh,
like
great.
all that hassle,
Okay, no, I'm
really
glad.
ain't worth
I'm
it.
glad, yes.
So yeah, we'll hop on the train back
Yeah.
to Berlin.
Are we taking the TGV back to Berlin?
I don't think it goes all the way.
Oh, but
to
you can
be
get
honest.
because you can get at least to the border, and they have a first class.
Okay, I did not check if that stops in Le Havre, but the ticket is €240
Okay.
for a single trip, so I think we'll be going on a better train. And we can also go for first class at this point because it doesn't really matter. Also, we'll need some wine on the trip,
Of course
which
we will.
also isn't on the budget, but I think that might be complimentary on the boat.
On the boat, it'll be
Yes.
inclusive.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then after that, we'll just buy whatever the hell we want because
Yeah.
we'll have
doesn't
made a lot
matter.
of money.
Yeah, we'll also be probably extremely wasted. So, okay, here's the bad news. The budget comes in at 11 million euros, 7,950.
And this is money we have to pre-spend to even start getting this heist
But
going.
then again, I mean, if we sell them for 109 euros and 99 cents, we'll be making more than 50 million.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
And we still have the original crown in our possession.
Oh, we
Which
do.
I reckon we could also sell for 50 million, so I believe we can make a total of 100 million.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah? Okay,
sounds
that's
good.
that's
Well, because
Fair to
we'll
assume.
also make an extra 150,000 just on the river cruise.
ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, I worked that out. Like, if we, buy the tickets at a
Yes.
reduced rate of 320 per person, we can sell them for at least 700 because of all the activities we offer.
Yes.
Which means a total profit of 150,000 just for the cruise.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 100 million and 150,000.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds reasonable. Okay, so here's the budget
So
comes.
we can spend the 150,000 on the wine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Great.
Excellent.
Yeah, because an even 100 million sounds a whole lot better.
It's
than
much
100
better,
million.
yeah.
Yeah. So 11 million euros just on the crown replicas. We'll need protective gloves for all the seniors.
Do you think, though, that
So- and for
we'd have
ourselves.
to buy them for 22 euros, or do you think we could get it at a reduced rate if we're buying
that.
500,000 of them?
For 20 euros. So it's just 10 million.
Yeah.
Ah.
Or do you
yeah,
think
reasonable?
do you think they'd go down to 10 euros?
No.
No? Okay. I mean, they are from Israel.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So 403 sets of protective gloves, coming in at a total of 4,000 euros.
Wow.
Air France tickets to Paris,
Yes.
2,000. The ring flash, 135 euros. The rope, 78 euros.
I don't need
Not
the
sure
rope
that's
anymore.
okay. Well, that's off
Yeah,
the
because we
budget.
rented the cruise. But I'll have new rope because I need some more for my yacht, so...
Okay, no, we'll put that in the better protective gloves for ourselves.
Okay.
I mean, if the seniors,
Yes,
cut
we
their
get-
hands on the real crown of thorns.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever. But I don't want to. I don't want to be a third class relic by any means. But the gloves will be third class relics.
Yes, there will be, yeah.
Wow,
Well, we
amazing!
can sell everything.
Can you imagine gardening in third class relic gloves?
No, you can't do anything with third-class relic gloves. But you can sell them because we'll have 322 pairs, or how many?
403.
403 pairs of third-class relic gloves to sell. At, like, what, 10 euros a pop?
They cost 10 euros a pop, not being third class relics.
So
Really?
20.
Yes.
At least 20.
I feel like a crown is too cheap, but that's just me. I mean, if a
Well,
glove
I mean-
is going to cost you $20.
But the first orders have already come in.
Okay.
So we can't really adjust the
yeah,
price now.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, and then I have a budget of 20 euros for our Lime S scooters and 40 euros for your captain's uniform.
Awesome. Do you
Cheapest
guys,
costume you've had on the podcast yet.
are you guys bringing your own?
Yeah,
clothes?
that's what the point I wanted to make.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we're going out of the town hall. We have the real crown.
Yes.
Yes.
We need to change because there'll be cameras everywhere.
Yes.
I want to have this moment where I come out of the town hall and I rip off like my wig, going back to wigs.
Yes.
You know, light a cigarette and like walking cool towards the pont de whatever and
Yeah.
throwing down the thing.
Pont
Do you
d'Arcole,
know
it's very
how
Hitchcock.
expensive cigarettes are in Paris? It's really gonna.
I want that
it's
to
gonna
be
blow
on
the budget.
budget.
That's really. I don't know.
I'm checking as you speak.
So they'll have to be in the like take off a coat and like throw it away. So then we don't get recognized.
So we kind
Right.
of
So
return
a pack
the
of
coat.
cigarettes in Paris is €8.
That's a lot.
That goes onto the budget.
Fine, just because you're our guest.
I do agree with that, though. I mean, we have spent a significant
Yes.
amount of money on nice suits, so I feel like
Okay,
there can be €8 for some cigarettes and a coat.
all right.
But in total, that's it. That's your budget
And a wig.
and a wig.
Wigs aren't that expensive.
Are they not? I
No.
feel like good wigs are very expensive.
If you want to get a wig, maybe €200.
Okay, how about 500 in total for the whole thing, including the cigarettes?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. So that's our budget. That's the summary of our heist,
Lovely.
and I think we've gotten away with it. Holy men and woman that we are.
No one got hurt,
Yes,
and they definitely deserve to be stolen from.
absolutely.
And in the end, if we feel generous, we can always. Oh no, we're selling it.
Yes.
Back to the Catholic Church.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that it'll be back
Win-win
in their
all
possession.
round.
Yeah.
And we make old people happy.
We make those guys very happy. I mean,
Yes.
they will be delighted.
Yeah, if anything, we're doing people a favor. So, yeah, I
That's
would
it.
say
We did it.
That's it. You can find us at How Do I Rob This on Twitter, on Instagram. We are How Do I Rob This on Facebook. Our website is howdoirobthis.com. We are How Do I Rob This on iTunes, on Spotify, on Stitcher Radio. We are happy if you send us a review on all those channels. That supposedly helps. We're also on YouTube, where you can also like and share our videos. You can also subscribe, which supposedly also really helps. What helps us the most is if you recommend us to your friends, to your cellmates, or to whoever you are in contact with and you know they own a smartphone. Get them in on the How Do I Rob This train.
And on podcasts in generally, just like tell them what a podcast is,
Yes.
explain to them how podcasts work, and, tell a friend about a podcast day.
It's like talking to your friends, except you don't get a word in for 1 hour.
Yeah.
It's good for a train ride, good for a commute. Listen to a podcast.
I agree.
Yeah, get in on
So
it.
tell us a way that people can find you.
I am at SM Weisbach on socials.
And I am at the Oscar Brown on socials, but you have to request to follow me.
Ooh. And I'm at Judith_Shoemaker.
That's very
Okay.
funny. I like what you did there.
It wasn't my idea.
Whose idea was it? Oh, well done.
Yes.
Sebastian.
The king of bad jokes.
No, never mind. Off to our famous send-off of the show. Don't you have one? Jesus Christ.
Yes, you got me. You knew as well.
Yeah, I know.
Damn it. I really thought, because I was just thinking that. I was like, don't we have a famous line?
I was also like,
You were ready for whatever I was going to say?
no, I wasn't.
Oh, neither was I. That's the problem. Thank you, Judith.
You're welcome, the Oscar. Wait, I need to get out of here. I'm kind of stuck in this little.
Yeah, sorry, you were stuck in between us.
Yes, it's for now. It's our guest setup.
For now,
Well, I mean, it's
come back in a couple of months' time, you'll be sitting on a wooden shelf.
Don't sit on this
With
shelf
lights.
The boxes wouldn't hold.
My weight, it's okay.
No, they wouldn't hold my. I don't think that.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better.
I apologize.
Oh, so charming. Is there a tortoise on the floor? Like, for fuck's sake. I mean,
I'm sorry, it's Lee's stuffing. It's
What was on
a
the floor?
she
tortoise.
spreads like fungus.
I'm gonna get the rest of my fries.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did for Easter. Great, huh? Okay. Did I do anything else? No, not really. I mean, barbecued, saw friends.
Okay, so
Went to my mother's place, had a big dinner there.
that's normal.